Hi everyone, very good morning to all of you. And today we are with you with a very special agenda. And that agenda is, and I just wanted you all to let us know in the chat box, in the comment box, if you're able to hear us and see us. Our agenda today is to make sure that I show you, a very important diary that we have made for you. Me and Dr. Deepti, we sat and we thought कि जो भी हम बता रहे हैं, if I give you, say, a diary which gives you the timelines. So, I want you all to let me know in the comment box, in the chat box, if you are able to see the diary on the screen. So, this is the first page of the diary, which is called as Transform with Mentor Duo. This is the diary, and this is what I wanted to show to you. So, whenever we are studying, many times we lose track and we need someone to guide us, someone to tell us that things are going right, things are not going wrong. And so we decided that we will be with you every day at 10 a.m. for daily guidance, strategy, and pep talks. These are our goals. So first thing I would want you to do is in the daily pep talks, you will take some key message from us. Sometimes we will tell you to, do not overthink in the exam. And if you have given the exam this year, you would appreciate how important that was. So
Yes,
first
definitely.
part of the workbook is this. Dr. Deepti.
Absolutely, yes. It is very essential क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि we are actually talking to you very casually, right? So a lot of times this is the thing that you have to learn, even when we are teaching you professionally in a class or like on YouTube casually. There are some key takeaway points always that we can learn. है ना? ऐसा हम भी करते हैं when we are sitting with our elders. There are so many random talks मगर कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी एक छोटी बात होती है which is a takeaway message from them, right? And if you don't pen it down there and then, it's just lost in the conversation. Do you agree or not? Right? For example, you must be sitting with your dad sometimes and he must be telling you about some financial advice, right? You must be sitting with a senior, he must be talking about some academic advice and so on and so forth. But they land up being just random conversations because we were not using them, right?
And especially,
So
if it is a line which hits you hard, you need to note it down in this part of the diary. Now, the
absolutely.
second
So
part of the diary is what we have made here is we have made a blank sheet for you. And, we'll make this diary the PDF available to you so that you can also make it right. You need to write in the diary what matters most to you in the life. So I'm going to introduce a term today to you, which is called as non-negotiable. ऐसा क्या चीजें हैं जो तेरे लिए नॉन नेगोशिएबल है. आई वॉन्ट यू टू राइट देम इन द चैट बॉक्स एज वेल. ऐसा क्या है जो तुझे लगता है कि यार ये तो नॉन नेगोशिएबल है, इसके बिना नहीं चल सकता मेरे लिए. हो सकता है किसी के लिए वो फेरारी गाड़ी हो सकता है किसी के लिए अपना घर हो सकता है किसी के लिए सर्जरी करना हो सकता है किसी के लिए कुछ और एब्स्ट्रैक्ट हो, जैसे मतलब जैसे मेरे लिए होगा कि मुझे आई वांट माय फ्रीडम. I want to be able to do things that I want to do. मतलब if anything that hits me there, I don't like it. So what is it that matters most in your life? So you need to write down, start writing here.
absolutely. And you will be somebody saying life itself is non-negotiable. No, that is what I was going to tell you about non-negotiables. You may think they are absolute, but the
But
beauty
the
of the
question is,
non-negotiables is that they evolve with you. For example, when you start your preparation, you think, "Arey yaar, I am not a very good student. I've not been a topper all my life. I can take any branch that I get," right? But when you start studying, you get good marks, you're able to apply things, you realize, yaar, मैं इतना भी बुरा नहीं हूँ. I think I should definitely do this branch. फिर when you evolve even further, आपको लगता है, अरे, now I'm coming in top 10. I think I have to go to AIMS. Do you see how your non-negotiables change? Because you evolve as a human being, as a person, as a doctor, right? And therefore, your non-negotiables should not be absolutes, right? So you learn with life, you grow, you evolve. Okay?
Okay, and I see some bacha saying I want Aishwarya is saying Harsimran is saying कि वो यहाँ पे लिखेंगे branch of my choice. ऋषभ कह रहा है मेरे पापा की favorite गाड़ी लेके देना is my non-negotiable
Oh, that's
thing.
so sweet.
I'm happy, as a dad I feel so proud कि तुम ऐसा कह रहे हो.
नहीं तो
Simple issue
बच्चे
कह रहा
आजकल
है
कहते हैं पापा
कोई
मुझे ये लेके देंगे।
कोई कोई कह रहा है कि I would want to, coffee is non-negotiable, family is non-negotiable. So I hope, this is the place where you write what are your non-negotiable. What we need to appreciate, life itself is temporary. So, life is not our goal. Living could be our goal. समझते हैं? जिंदा जिंदा रहना नहीं, जिंदा पूरी तरह रहना is our goal. Exist नहीं करना, survive नहीं करना. I want to make a big impact. You need to create a legend and legacy. These are the kind of, things that are in your head when you become a doctor. So this is the page where you will write what matters most to your life. The second page will be a learning that me and Deepti wants to, give you here is, in this triangle you will write on the top your dreams जो अभी बताई थी ना, लेकिन अब साथ में जोड़ देंगे हेल्थ विच विल बोथ फिजिकल एंड मेंटल, और साथ में जोड़ देंगे रिश्ते. सो व्हाट डू यू वांट? So इनमें से क्या चाहिए? So all three are non-negotiable. You need all three of them, and the balance between them would be your true success. So this is a reminder from your mentors to take care of your health, to take care of your loved ones, to take care of your mental health, physical health both.
एब्सोल्युटली एंड टाइम एंड अगेन बिकॉज ये चीजें हमने क्यों डाली हैं आप समझो मेरी बात. टाइम एंड अगेन वी गेट मैसेजेस फ्रॉम आवर स्टूडेंट्स, मैम आई वाज अनवेल, I have lost 1 week, now I feel shattered. So we have to tell them that it is okay. You will fall ill sometimes. There will be times when you are not able to cope up, and it is absolutely okay to take a break. It is absolutely fine to take care of yourself, to take care of your health, both physical and mental. And you have to realize that you cannot chase one leaving behind the other, right? So it's very, very important. So it's a reminder from ourselves every time you feel ओ मम्मी के साथ बैठने से टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, यू रियलाइज दैट यार वो 5 मिनट में इतना प्यार और इतना आपको सहानुभूति मिलेगी जो कहीं और से नहीं मिल सकती. So it's a reminder that you try and maintain your balance, right?
And the third page of the diary, we have given you a promise that now we told you what do we want out of you. Now you will have to promise to us that I promise to my mentors that I'll keep all three aspects of my success journey to the best of my ability. If you say yes, I promise, you can right now put in the comments, and later on you can sign here. So you will say here, like I'm signing as Sumesh Sethi. So this is how you will sign. The act of signing will help you to know that okay, this is where I am and this is what I am wanting to do. I'm serious about it. So if you're serious about it, let us know in the chat box. Ki I promise. Just say I promise. Then the fourth page of the book, what we have done is we have created a line for you that whenever in doubt, and this entire journey of this entire year, suppose you are preparing for NEET PG 2026, 2027, you will have doubts. You will have your doubts. You will have कि सही जा रहा हूँ कि नहीं जा रहा हूँ, ये करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, पेपर में अटैक करूँ कि ना करूँ. You will have like thousands of doubts. So what will you trust? Whom will you trust? So we are again emphasizing that you promise that you will trust your mentors, your teachers, me, Dr. Deepti. We always would give you a safe place. We will never judge you.
Yes, that's very, very important. You have to understand that we know that you are here because you are seeking help. And when you are seeking help, it has to be offered without judgments. Okay, we have to tell you what is right for you so that you are able to make better choices, right? We are not going to judge whether you can do it or you cannot do it, whether you should do it or you should not do it, right? We are here to tell you, look, this is what is better for you at this moment. And if possible, you should take the leap of faith, right? So we will try and give the best advices that we are capable of, that we understand in a given circumstance, in a given scenario, right? And yes, the trust goes both ways, right? We trust in your abilities, and you have to trust us as your mentors, right?
And if you trust, your teachers, you are able to honestly tell what are your drawbacks. Now the problem is if you don't look at your teachers as a safe space, आपको लगेगा यही मुझे जज करेगा, तो आप सच नहीं बताओगे. एंड व्हेन यू टेल अस द ट्रुथ, देन वी आर एबल टू गाइड यू बेटर. अगर आप
Yes.
बताते हो कि सर मैं इसलिए नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं कॉलेज में नहीं पढ़ा था, या मेरा एनाटॉमी वीक था, या सर मैं मेहनत नहीं करना पा रहा, इफ यू आर ऑनेस्ट विद योर टीचर्स, दे कैन गाइड यू. एंड वंस यू ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस, यू आर गोइंग टू बी, आपको ऐसा लगे हाँ यार ये डैम्स में 25-26 साल हो गए, इतने बच्चों को पढ़ाया है. इवन कई मेरे फैकल्टी मेंबर भी, मेरे प्रोफेसर्स को भी इन्होंने ही पढ़ाया है, तो आई नीड टू ट्रस्ट देम. सो वंस यू ट्रस्ट द टीचर्स, यू आर मोर लाइकली टू स्टडी फ्रॉम देम. if अगर शक होगा, शक सबसे मुश्किल चीज है. अगर शक है तो पढ़ नहीं पाओगे. सो यू सेकंड प्रॉमिस इज, आई प्रॉमिस टू बी ऑनेस्ट. सो इफ यू एग्री, now you will sign it here and you will say I agree. Okay, so this will be your second promise in the workbook. Now the third thing that we have written is that many times I have seen people who may not have done their exam well. Suppose you did not do your NEET PG well, or suppose you did not study in your internship and this paper you were not, sure about yourself. Now, सबसे पहले क्या होगा? You, whenever our exam, are, or any outcome is not to my favor, first of all, you will be in denial. Remember, then you will have anger.
Mhm.
देश ही बदल देते हैं, दुनिया ही खराब है. Then you start bargaining, है ना? Remember? Then
Baat
depression,
baat.
then finally dabda, then finally comes to acceptance. Only thing I've learned is people who are highly successful, they race to acceptance. उनको भी एक बार गुस्सा आता है, डिनाइल भी होता है, सब कुछ होता है, लेकिन वो जल्दी एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. उसके बाद बोलते हैं नो मोर सेल्फ पिटी, नो मोर सेल्फ पिटी. यहाँ पे इस पेज पे ना आपने लिखना है क्या क्या चीजें विच यू आर ओके विद, कि ये सब हो गया है, आई एक्सेप्ट देम, आई फॉरगिव माई सेल्फ फॉर वट एवर हैज हैपेंड, एंड आई विल टेक एक्शन हियर ऑनवर्ड्स.
ट्रू, बिकॉज अगर आप नहीं लोगे तो आप इसी पास्ट में उलझे रहोगे. ऑलवेज यू विल थिंक ऑफ what has gone wrong and you will never look out for your future. It is very important that whatever has happened in the past, we accept it, okay, and we are willing to make the changes that are required, and then we move into future looking at new opportunities. Otherwise we will always be scared, we will always feel guilty of something or the other, we will always keep playing the blame game, राइट. लेकिन इन
स्पेशली
सब में
सेल्फ
से
ब्लेम, स्पेशली सेल्फ ब्लेम, नो
यस,
सेल्फ पिटी.
सो आप मेरी बात सुनो. गिल्ट, सेल्फ ब्लेम, ये ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आपको ग्रो करने से रोकती हैं. दे मेक यू वेरी अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट, दे डू नॉट लेट यू टेक over new opportunities, say yes to new things that are coming to your life, and as a result we are entangled in our past, है ना.
उसके अगली स्लाइड पे ना व्हाट आई हैव रिटन इज पास्ट इवेंट्स आर नॉट फ्यूचर प्रेडिक्टर्स. इस टेबल पे ना यू नीड टू राइट डाउन द रोप्स व्हिच आर होल्डिंग यू बैक. पहले लिखेंगे तभी तो काट पाएंगे ना. वी नीड टू राइट डाउन सो दैट वी कैन कट देम. व्हाट इज द ओरिजिन ऑफ माय सेल्फ डाउट? इफ आई हैव सेल्फ डाउट्स, व्हाई? वो क्यों है? सर इन माय स्कूल आई वाज मोर एवरेज. ओके, व्हाट इज माय इनसिक्योरिटी? सर मुझे लगता है कि शायद इस बार भी नहीं कर पाऊंगा. व्हाटएवर, डॉक्टर दीप्ति, यू वांट टू ऐड समथिंग?
यस, बहुत बार, बहुत, मैंने बोला ना कि हमेशा अगर आप सेल्फ ब्लेम करते हो तो उससे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बहुत कम हो जाता है, एंड योर बिगेस्ट इनसिक्योरिटी इज दैट सेम थिंग्स विल हैपन इन द फ्यूचर. सो इन ऑर्डर टू इंश्योर दैट वी हैव अ बेटर फ्यूचर, we need to accept, we need to make the desired changes, and we need to be a yes man. We need to say yes to new opportunities. मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि एक दरवाजा बंद होगा तो कोई और खुलेगा भी, right? It is not the end, okay?
Similarly, it could be a past event like a NEET UG rank, or people's opinion, which could be your parents, neighbors, friends, relatives, so and so forth. जिंदगी तो लेकिन तेरी है ना, जिंदगी तो तेरी है ना. So now you have to decide on this slide. You will decide and you will write down this workbook. We will share with you for a download on your page. This workbook single diary has changed a lot of lives. So we thought, why not we give it for you? Who controls your decisions? Who has the remote control? People, circumstances, yourself. You need to tell us. And are you ready to take the remote control back in your own hands.
Yes, I think this was one of the things that I also talked about in my TED talk. If anybody wants, they can go and listen to it. But I talked about real life stories where, students like you took the remote control back in their own hands, and that had made all the difference that they wanted in their life, right? So it is very, very essential.
So this is a slide that I've taken from Dr. Deepti's TEDx talk. So if you've not seen it, it is a must watch. So then, you need to analyze your weak subjects. This is a chart that I have taught many students to make. Now what you will do is, suppose you have appeared for a FMG exam, NEET PG exam, or a grand test, or a mock test. After that, you need to do an exercise like this. So you have to now tell me anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, koi weak subject hai? Maybe I can do with Dr. Deepti and we can
This
discuss.
analysis is very, very important. It's not an analysis, it's an insight, right? Because unless you don't know this, it is very difficult to improve. If you want to improve, we need to analyze first at a bigger level, gross level, and then we will keep going to the micro level as well. Okay?
So like Aishwarya, Azam,
Anatomy, मेरा
Shreya are
anatomy
saying
तो
anatomy.
बहुत strong था.
Okay, and
Biochem
what
was
out of
a
pathology,
terror for
pharma,
me.
microforensic? Out of pathology, pharma, microforensic, which one? Somebody is
Ah,
saying surgery. Okay,
pharma for sure.
okay. Out of the ENT, PSM,
PSN.
skin anesthesia, radio, psyche, ortho.
Psychiatry, it never gets into my head. Never ever.
This is the kind of SWOT analysis you will do, and I want you to see one important things. If you are circling more than one majors,
Yes. So,
majors
Dr.
means
Samir, can we
majors
tell
means
them what
medicine,
major is?
surgery, obs gynae, patho,
PSN.
pharma, PSM.
Yeah.
So if you're circling
Agreed.
more than one major, probably your problem is your content. If you have not done a regular classroom or a full course already, maybe that might be the villain. एक बार सोच के देखते हैं, and I'm sure Dr. Deepti is the right person to guide you here. ऑब्स एंड गायनी अगर तेरा वीक है, सपोज करते हैं इस बार के पेपर में 25 से 30 क्वेश्चन ऑब्स एंड गायनी के हैं. सो लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड आउट ऑफ 230 क्वेश्चंस आर ऑब्स एंड गायनी. ये तेरा वीक है, इस पे काम करेगा तो 30 क्वेश्चन आगे बढ़ सकता है, विच इज लाइक मसिव. इट कैन चेंज योर करियर, तेरा फॉर्च्यून, जिंदगी बदल देगा. सो इफ यू आर वीक इन मोर देन वन मेजर, you need to be looking at your
Your
regular
content.
class or your
Back
content.
to
So
basics
or your
or
back to
app
basic
live.
apply. So then you have to think of content. अगर आप बड़े subjects पे गोले लगा रहे हो तो then, and if it is more than 3 minors और intermediates, 3 से ज्यादा है तो भी हो सकता है कंटेंट खराब. लेकिन मेजर के लिए इसके डिसीजन मैं मेजर से हमेशा बनाता हूँ. जैसे कोई बच्चा आता है मेरे पास एंड ही सेज कि सर शुड आई जॉइन अ रेगुलर कोर्स और अ टेस्ट एंड डिस्कशन, शुड आई जॉइन ऐप लाइव और मे बी अ लाइव रैपिड रिवीजन. सो आई आस्क हिम, बॉस सर्कल लगा मेरे सामने. So when I see the circles, automatically I see इस बच्चे का सर्कल देखो जो मैंने आपके सामने बनाया है. सर्जरी इज वीक, पीएसएम इज वीक. देयर आर टू बिग सब्जेक्ट्स व्हिच आर वीक. 60 क्वेश्चन इसके कमजोर
फार्मा
हैं.
भी वीक है.
ये जीत का फार्मा भी, ओ माय गॉड. तो ये तो
ये
जीतने के
बच्चा
लिए
मैं
इसको
हूँ.
पढ़ना ही पड़ इसको
मुझे तो
फुल
बहुत
कोर्स
पढ़ाई
करना
करनी
पड़ेगा.
पड़ेगी.
So when you go to your DAMS Alpha app, you will see in your My Study section a section called as Study Analysis, which will rate if you have been doing our question bank, if you made the right choices at the right time. You would see in your question bank accuracy, strongest to weakest accuracy. So you can see which subject are you weak at. Out of the subject, which subtopic you are weak at, you can automatically see at a glance, which will also help you to find out अगर आप अपने आप से नहीं कर पा रहे थे. So, again, if your weak subjects are more in the main or more than 5 otherwise, then I need to look at a regular course or a back to basics or an app live. If there are only few weak subjects, but mainly 1 or 2 minors, maybe you can still go with your app TND. This should be the parameter of selecting the course that you are choosing. दोस्त नहीं होने चाहिए, दोस्त ये कर रहे हैं, दोस्त की रैंक आएगी तो देखो क्या फायदा होगा उसके अंदर. You need to understand what are my weak subjects, and this is how you decide on the course.
And then
Further,
you can combine the two as well. For example, in app TND, you will get both. You get time to do your back to basic videos also, and you get time to work on the test paper and analysis of your test and attending the MCQ discussion with the test, right?
Okay, and then you will have to do this introspection in the diary. You will take a printout and show it to us. मैं इसका आपको PDF दूंगा, लेकिन आपको share करना पड़ेगा मेरे से. You have to tell me what is my culprit. Like content, मतलब content कैसे पता चलेगा? If during the paper I was not even aware of the questions. So if I am not aware of the questions, that means my content is wrong.
नहीं, देर इज अनदर वे सुमेर. एक्चुअली नॉट अवेयर तो ये बच्चे कम होंगे. इजियर वे
पेपर थोड़ा
ऑफ,
easy था आपकी बार.
नहीं नहीं, सुनो सुनो, कंटेंट को करने का अच्छा तरीका क्या है? इफ यू फील दैट यू आर कंफ्यूज्ड इन टू ऑप्शंस, ध्यान से सुनो, कंफ्यूज्ड इन टू ऑप्शंस इन मोर देन 50% ऑफ द एमसीक्यूज, मतलब मोर देन
Yes.
50% एमसीक्यूज में आपको दो ऑप्शंस में प्रॉब्लम था, दैट मीन्स दैट योर कंटेंट इज सुपरफिशियल. तो जितना सुपरफिशियल नॉलेज से सॉल्व हो पा रहा है, यू वर एबल टू डू दैट, बट जहां भी थोड़ा सा डेप्थ चाहिए, यू वर नॉट एबल टू डू. So if you are confused in two options in more than 50%, then it is content. If it is confused in some options, okay, but the range is somewhere around, let's say less than 50%, then maybe it was MCQ skill, right? So revision plus MCQ skill, usually ये combination में आता है, individually नहीं होगा. So MCQ skill, revision and exam skill, usually they are common problems. So जिनका MCQ skill problem है, one of the reasons for that is क्योंकि revision कम करी थी, right? So it's a feeder, okay?
So अगर if you know but you are not able to apply, MCQ skill. If you know but on the day of the exam you were anxious, you were not able to manage your time, you were not able to do multiple subjects in one go together, then exam skill. If you were not able to recall, पता तो था सर कॉपी में है, याद नहीं आ रहा, then revision was your
Yeah,
problem.
revision.
If you were not feeling up to it, you had an idea कि बॉस मुझे पता ही नहीं मैं जिंदगी में क्या करना चाहता हूँ, I am not able to push myself, then mindset could be the culprit. You need to find your culprit. Now, what are the trends that we have observed from this year's NEET PG? Number one, this year's NEET PG was a moderate difficulty level paper. PYTs and PYQs of both NEET PG and FMG were important. Revision resources, DVT was the gold standard. And people who had done the main lectures were able to make less mistakes. For
Yes.
example, there was a direct question on upper lobe pneumonia, which you would do it if you've done the regular course, collapse versus consolidation. We spent a lot of time in thinking
जैसे
about
मैं
all
भी एक
this.
एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगी, हाउ इट इज डिफरेंट, राइट? समटाइम्स आई डोंट नो, सम स्टूडेंट्स हैव इवन डन दी मैक्सवेल क्वेश्चन रॉन्ग. क्यों? जब आप इधर उधर से पढ़ते हो तो वो आपको बहुत सुपरफिशियली पढ़ाते हैं कि 4 ग्राम्स का डोज है, बट अगर हमने एक बार भी अपने लेक्चर्स को अच्छे से अटेंड किया, या अगर आपने डीवीटी भी देखा होगा, उसमें स्पेशली मैंने लोडिंग डोज में दोनों लिखवाया है, right? So you have to know how superficial to go and how deep to go, and that is why when we teach you as subject specialists, we know where our bacha is likely to go superficial and they will suffer because of that, right? And this is what gives you advantage over others, right?
Secondly, if you look at INICET this year, INICET was the most predictable paper. And there is a course in your app called as Mission INICT, which gives you all the important PYTs,
INICT
which
PYQ
are
ka
missed.
baap, we have also covered PYTs there.
And there's a course called as INICT PYQ ka pa. Okay. And soon we will also be giving you the PDFs for revision for INICT, just like we have given you just before the NEET PG. We will give you just before your INICT, probably earlier, those PDF also. What was the trend in
I
the
know
FMG exam?
Aishwarya and Shreya, I know, because majority of बच्चास are doing superficial study. कोई उनको बोल देता है कि 2 घंटे में कर लो, तो वो 2 घंटे में कर लेते हैं और वो बड़े खुश भी होते हैं. But the problem is कि उतना superficial paper नहीं है. Paper actually depth में जा रहा है ना?
And the only major observation that I wanted to make for FMG exam, for the students who appear for this year FMG exam, there were even NEET PG PYQs and PYTs in the paper. So many times you must have seen the students who are preparing for FMG, उनको लोग कैसे बहकाते हैं, कहते हैं यार तुझे उतना नहीं पढ़ना है, तू कुछ और कर ले, तू सिर्फ ABCD याद कर ले, एंड दे वेस्ट देयर 6 months, एंड व्हेन दे कम टू अस हम उनको समझाना पड़ता है कि बॉस ऐसे करना है, एंड वी हैव द मास्टर, वी हैव द बेस्ट रिजल्ट फॉर FMG फॉर अ सिंपल रीजन, बिकॉज वी टेल देम द यूजुअल टॉपिक्स and we teach them in a period of 4 months. We have started with the face-to-face batch of FMG in this month itself in Delhi, and the entire idea is कि वो पूरा पैटर्न सिमिलर है, आप उन दोनों को करो, आप एक को मत करके जाना. इट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट आई वांटेड टू ऑब्जर्व फॉर FMG एस्पिरेंट्स.
हाँ, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. द सेम थिंग जो अब नीट पीजी में हो रहा है वो एक्चुअली एफएमजी से शुरू हुआ था, वेयर पीपल यूज्ड टू टेल देम इतना नहीं पढ़ना, इतना नहीं पढ़ना, इतना नहीं पढ़ना. सैडली दिस लेड टू अ माइंडसेट कि हमें इतना नहीं पढ़ना, right? And this is why the results were really low. The pass percentage was really low, right? So now it is very very essential कि please anybody telling you कि बिना मेहनत के, ठीक है, थोड़ा सा पढ़ के हम कर लेंगे, तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर आप थोड़ा सा पढ़ोगे तो रिजल्ट भी थोड़ा सा ही आएगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये तो अनफेयर है ना. अगर हम सोच रहे हैं कि हमने घंटे बहुत कम डाले मगर रिजल्ट बहुत अच्छा आएगा, तो वो थोड़ा सा अनफेयर है हमारी थॉट प्रोसेस में. वी हैव टू पुट इन द राइट एफर्ट्स टू गेट द राइट रिजल्ट्स, right? And again, as an OG, I always talk about obs and gynae. Imagine a mother eating very less because she is scared कि I'll get, overweight in pregnancy. But what will happen? Even the bacha will be IUGR, na? So the same thing happens there. So you have to understand, whatever, you cannot expect an output which is way much bigger than what your input was. वैसा नहीं होता बेटा जी, right?
And in the next part of your workbook, you need to write down what are your pains and what are you angry about. यहाँ पे ना आप लिखोगे आप अपना किस किस बात पे गुस्सा हो, जो भी गुस्सा है ना, young age में you have a lot of anger. You have to write them down, and then you have to promise that you will convert your anger into action, your pain into purpose. जो आपको लग रहा है ना, जो आपको नहीं मिला, क्या मैं इतनी मेहनत करूं कि दूसरे को दे पाऊं? You need to just convert all your negativity into positivity.
So, Mir, I want to say that some of them have reached this stage where their anger has converted into disgust. Okay, and eventually, I am telling you, your disgust will eventually convert into indifference. Right? वो जितना जल्दी पहुंच जाओ उतना अच्छा. Don't get bothered about what people are going to say. Right? Don't get angry. Work on yourself. That's the only way to improve. Right?
And for ugly slide में ना, I have written a question that a lot of people keep asking, sir, I was able to do well in the school, not now. Number one is syllabus is more. There is no shortcut. And secondly, and the third and the most important factors is that you don't have any trustworthy mentors. So that is why, me and our Deepti, we come everyday live to make sure that we ensure that, boss, I'm holding your hand. मैं तेरे साथ खड़ा हूँ. So if you believe in your mentors, you will be able to do as good as you were able to do in the school. याद है स्कूल में टीचर बोलते थे तो कहता यार ये फिजिक्स वाले सर बता रहे हैं, मैंने मानना है. कॉलेज में ना आके आपने देखा कि यार बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो खाली बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ बता ही नहीं रहे, कुछ सिखा ही नहीं रहे. एंड वी हैव सीन, एंड आई एम श्योर यू वुड आल्सो एग्री. तो ट्रस्ट योर मेंटर्स, believe that there will be no shortcut to success. Let's work hard, and the syllabus is massive. We need to focus more on understanding than on memorizing. रटने की जगह समझने की कोशिश करेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रैंक आएगा.
Yes, absolutely. Hena, please understand, it is more important to know the concepts because we will need to apply them in the real exam. ठीक है? From knowing your content to knowing your concepts to application, it is very very essential. ठीक है? So concepts पे हम compromise नहीं करेंगे. Okay?
So then there is another slide to promise. You will say, I will not ask if and but. I will only have optimism and enthusiasm, and you will sign here. If and but में क्या होता है ना, आप बोलते, जितने भी बच्चे अभी पूछ रहे हैं ना चैट के अंदर, सर इफ आई स्टडी व्हाट इज द गारंटी आई विल गेट थ्रू, यहाँ पे साइन कर दो कि इसके बाद नहीं पूछोगे. अब नहीं, नो मोर इफ्स एंड बट्स.
Right. Please understand that आप सिर्फ अपने काम की गारंटी दे सकते हो, कोई भी किसी और के लिए गारंटी नहीं दे सकता. Right? That is why Dr. Sameer is making you sign it. Do you see, even in the government documents, who signs? Does your papa sign on your behalf? No, it is self-attestation. Once you are at a certain age, you have to self-attest. Yes, which means the responsibility is mine. I am in for it. That is why Dr. Sameer wants you to sign so that you know that it is in your hands, not in your papa mummy's hand to hold you and bring you further down. They've already done a lot. Now it's you have to be on your own. Yes, stand tall and you will be able to do it just like we have been. It is everybody can do it. You have it in you. You don't need anything extra. You just need the right mindset, the right efforts to reach there. Okay?
And one of the important purposes of a coaching is that it gives you a schedule. Now, there are three courses in DAMS which gives you a schedule. One is a face-to-face classes where a teacher will be coming to you. One is a app live class where the everyday live class is happening. Another is a TND in a weekly test is happening. So if you promise that I will follow the schedule religiously until and unless I am sick or I have a family emergency, I will not miss the live schedule. You will
Agreed.
start finding yourself in discipline.
Yes.
Recorded section के अंदर सिर्फ एक ही issue आता है. It is dependent on your motivation. While if you follow the external motivation कि यार teacher आ रहा है, now suppose you are in Mumbai, or suppose you are in Nagpur, or you are in Trivandrum, or you are in Ahmedabad, or in Guwahati, Kolkata. What is common in all this city? We have a DAMS center everywhere. You may not be aware of it. DAMS is the largest face-to-face classroom in the country. So from east to west, north to south, I gave you examples. Now, if a teacher
But
from Delhi morning 5 a.m. he's woken up and reached your Trivandrum center taking a class at 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 9 a.m., you need to be there at time. That is discipline. Can you promise me this?
yes, but the beauty is that now, we were there as face to face, but now we are full fledged available to you wherever you are on the app, right? So you can join us with the TND, which also gives you a schedule. There is live class, so you have targets to meet. You can join us for app live, or yes, if your circumstances do not allow for a live class, definitely B2B to sabko karna hi chahiye, because content is the master, right? We need to have revisable content which also gives us a good hit rate in the exam. You can do it multiple times as well in different formats, right?
And just to remind you that if even if you're a face-to-face student, you get app live complimentary in your app. Just check out in your My Study section so that you are there. Also, one thing that I wanted all the future aspirants also to know, whenever you are making a payment, kindly do it through the DAMS app. Don't pay to anyone else. It creates confusions. And many times, we see some people come and say, कि boss किसी और ने पैसे ले लिए. Always pay through the app. Do not
Yeah.
pay in cash. And DAMS, we don't take any sort of cash transactions.
Yes,
This is the
very
kind of streak.
essential.
Yes, this is
Please,
the kind of
people might
streak.
be trying to fool you. You are smart students. नए ज़माने के बच्चे हो. Don't get fooled. The only way to pay is through the app. No other transactions should be done. Okay, to anybody's account. It has to be through the app. All right. There, especially on Telegram and everywhere, there is a lot of fraud going on. So please be cautious before you make payments like that. Okay. और मेरे तो पता नहीं
और
कितनी
ये
फेक प्रोफाइल बना रखे हैं.
मैं यही बताने वाला था. कई बार बच्चे आते सर, आई पेड बिकॉज डॉक्टर दीप्ति वाज आस्किंग मी टू पे, एंड और डॉक्टर सुमेर यू वर आस्किंग. वी विल नेवर आस्क यू टू पे ऑन आवर अकाउंट्स.
No,
इफ
no,
our telegram
please.
profile is saying pay, it must be a scam account.
It is very sad. I will not ask you to pay me some money. I'll give you some documents. I will never do that. Okay. So please be
So
very careful.
yeah, and on your app, you will see a section called a streak. Try to have as many boxes filled up every week so that it gives you a visual idea of your consistency. So, like we have said, the first building block will be content. Content can be made by three things. Either you make face to face, app live, or B2B, depending on the type of student you are and the type of city you are in. But how do you gain maximum from the class? We use a workbook based method, that is the maximum. Then second is handwritten notes. I am keeping workbook a little higher up because you are also making it side by side with your own hand. Workbook के
So
अंदर
the difference,
70%, 80% is written, 20% you have to write.
yes, the only difference between workbook and handwritten notes is in workbooks, it is, sometimes a 70-80 ratio, which means 70 to 80% is filled up and 30 to 40, 20 to 30% you have to fill up. Whereas in the handwritten notes, everything is written. All you have to do is highlighting. Okay.
And in the class, whenever you're attending a face-to-face or a app live class or a live TND app TND on our app, try to make sure that the teacher notices you. Like for example, I'll tell you an example. Like we have Dr. Jansi in the comment today, or maybe sometimes Dr. Anshita, Shreyal. Many of the students I see, or Suvankar, I see them. Almost every second day they are asking doubts. So as a teacher, I notice you. एंड दैट शुड बी योर गोल इन द क्लास टीचर शुड नोटिस मी जैसे स्कूल में था ना मैडम मुझे देखे और बोले अच्छा बच्चा है यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट द टीचर नोटिस यू बाय योर हेड नॉडिंग योर आंसरिंग and your workbook based writing and head nodding like this. You have to engage in the class.
Yeah, even if you feel the teacher cannot see you, suppose you are doing B2B, still you should pretend as if the teacher is there, because the teacher is also pretending the same, that I am there with a student, because otherwise we will be so monotonous. This is why again dance ka B2B is very different. We are not reading from a book. Okay, so we are not reading from a book. We always pretend as if we are in a live class, we are interacting, the body energy is right, the enthusiasm is right, right, the involvement is right. So आपको भी ऐसे, even if you are doing B2B, ऐसे सोचो आज मैम या सर के साथ क्लास है, so I have to be crisp, I have to sit nicely, I cannot be lazing around, right? Automatically the feel comes in and the process gets better. Okay.
And I just wanted to tell you that when you open your Back to Basics, you will see a section called as workbooks. These are downloadable. You can download them on the app on your tab. Just like I'm making notes, you can make it. Handwritten notes, the latest edition is available here. You just need to read it from here. अगर लगता है कि हाँ यार ये मुझे print में चाहिए, you can order it also. So if you are able to do it from the phone itself, it is good, or your tab. But if you need to buy, you can buy from the Medimart section. You also have the recorded version of the live rapid revision here. Many students are saying कि sir back to basics में क्या live rapid revision मिलता है? Yes मिलता है बेटा. I don't know why there are maybe some other academies selling you everything piecemeal. DAMS के अंदर once you are a back to basics subscriber, you get live rapid revision in it. You also get a folder called as PYT, and you get a very important folder integrated rounds, which is to teacher perspective. So this is what you need to utilize for your content. This is your content. Now we have to make sure that we are learning in the class itself, especially when you are attending an app live class, app live or a app TND, which is a two-way interaction. Try to be there in the chat, try to be there in the poll, because more you are interacting, better you will remember. 80% of your learning will happen in the class. Okay. And I already told you that it depends on this type of student. Some students like to fill up the workbook. Some people like to highlight. ऐसा कोई सही गलत मत सोचो कि सर उसने नोट्स ले लिए मैंने नहीं लिए मैंने वर्कबुक ली उसने ले ली ऐसा नहीं इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स यू आर
Yes.
एंड इफ यू आर अ रियली लेजी स्टूडेंट don't panic there is something I have for you. You can utilize the Cortex AI golden points from the app itself.
No, I
Every
think
lecture summary is there.
especially, once you have done the video ek bar, if you've done the video once, I would say everyone should use the Cortex AI golden points after that for that video. You don't even need to see the video again, right? Just see the Cortex golden points, just see your workbook, and you will be thorough with the revision as well. Okay.
80% of your learning happens in the class, but if you are the person who अभी तक शुरू ही नहीं किया था और अभी तक कुछ नहीं किया था जो कुछ नहीं करते वो कमाल करते हैं वो कैसे कमाल करेंगे वो कॉर्टेक्स एआई के गोल्डन पॉइंट्स को बार बार करके कर सकते हैं. These are lecture summaries made by AI. Now these are some
Uh,
suggestions that we have for prof wise. Dr. Deepti.
नहीं नहीं, आई वाज जस्ट आंसरिंग द क्विक डाउट. बेटा B2B और LRR का दोनों पर्पस है. LRR is based on B2B notes only. So when you are reading for the first time, you should be using your main B2B lectures. And when you want to revise, you can use the live rapid revision. So with every revision, we are reducing the time that is taken to do the subject. Okay. For example, if you will reduce the time in obs and gynae to only 2 days in LRR, then only 6 hours in DBT. So with every revision, you reduce the time. Okay.
So if you're a first year student, there is a separate course on the app called as First MBBS. Second, third, fourth year onwards, either you can go for app live, which is preferable where everyday teaching is happening, or a back to basics if you don't have a schedule, or face to face if you are in a city where a dam center is there. So this is very important consideration. Like suppose you are second MBBS and you want to join face to face, but there is no dam center in your city. Then app live is the second best thing to face because it is a everyday live class, and then back to basics is also a choice. But if you are
Okay.
a third year to intern, I will also give you an idea. In this section, you can even go for
App TND.
B2B or app TND. App TND would include B2B. So
Yes.
that gives you an edge over others.
Yes, it gives you test papers plus B2B, so it's like a hybrid version. As I said, it depends on the kind of student you are. If you are someone who wants daily interaction for rhythm and consistency, it's App Live. If you are someone who wants to do it completely by yourself, it's B2B. If you want a version of both, then it is App TND, where you majorly do it by yourself with B2B, but every week there will be one interaction with the teacher in the form of a question paper discussion.
Okay, and even if you're a face-to-face student, I'm happy to tell you that DAMS we give you the best online course that we have, which is the app live as
Okay.
complimentary with your subscription.
So Mir, there are two queries about App Live, so I'll quickly take them. So एक बच्चा पूछ रहा है when will new cycle of App Live start? It is already just अभी शुरू हुआ है from August 4. So hardly 5-6 days have gone by. We have started with the new cycle with biochemistry. And the most important thing is nobody has to wait for a new cycle. You can join App Live anytime from any subject because we will finish the entire course in a span of 6.5 months, and then again all subjects will keep coming in rotation. So if you could not do one subject earlier, you can do it with the next cycle, or you have access to B2B, so you can do it with the recorded videos. The second
And
query was
just one thing I want to add, Aditi, that whatever we are teaching in app live, face to face and back to basics, the content is same.
same.
It is
Yes,
only the mode of
absolutely.
delivery where it's changing.
Yes. Then there was a query कि भाई medicine surgery में हमारे पास, yes, we are the only people who are giving multiple teachers because that's how these big subjects need to be catered, right? And yes, you can very well do it system wise. So जो systems teachers face to face में पढ़ाते हैं या app live में पढ़ाते हैं, B2B में भी same to same उनके videos हैं, same system wise. तो आप वो ही कर सकते हो. That's the best way forward.
Okay. And also we wanted to tell you, like, suppose because varied students would use our diary, suppose you are in your prof exams. So standard books will be useful synchronous to your prof. I
Yes.
just wanted to tell you this one line that suppose you are in first year, it is a good idea to read Genong. If you're listening to me right now, it is a good idea to read Genong. But in second year, it is a bad idea to read Genong. In second year, you will have to read Robbins and then
Robin.
only read DAMS notes for your first year subjects. In third year, you will not read Robbins, you will read your Parks PSM, and first, second prof, you will only do from your DAMS notes. Final year, you will read Harrison or maybe Bailey and Love, maybe if you are a good student. Otherwise, fixed only focus on DAMS notes for everything else.
Yes. So I want to ensure that we would tell you this, that all our teachers are subject specialists. They are all MD, Some of them have done their DMs and super specializations as well, right? So when they are teaching you, they are anyways teaching you from standard textbooks. They are teaching you standard guidelines. We will never do it like कि anatomy का teacher path पढ़ा रहा है or so on and so forth. So the respective subject faculties will be teaching. They will be teaching from standard resources. They will take care of the guidelines as well, what is required. So when the medicine faculties would teach, yes, they would take care that if a table from Harrison's is important, they will include it in your notes itself. If a diagram from Path is important, Robbins, they will ensure that it is there, and so on and so forth, right?
So minimum subscription for app TND and app live is 12 months. But because a lot of students are requested till 15th of August, the 3 months subscription is available for TND. After 15th, it will not be available. That has only been made for students who are preparing for the November exam. Otherwise, we believe a 12-month cycle is required for an optimum study. So after you have attended the class, please see the method. Once you have attended the class of anatomy in your face-to-face or your app live or your back to basics, you will put 1 star mark. If you have also made your workbook or if you have highlighted your notes, you will make 2 star marks. One more reading done, 3 stars. Second reading done, 4 stars. This is how
Perfect.
you will put a checklist in your subjects. Attend कर लिया, workbook बन गई, एक बार reading कर ली, दो बार reading कर ली. Okay.
यस यस आई एग्री एंड एज आई सेड एक बार अगर आपने थरो रीडिंग करी है आप उसके बाद से यू नो स्पेशली फ्रॉम योर सेकंड रिविजन ऑनवर्ड्स you can use the live rapid revision for that subject as well as Cortex AI golden points for that subject, right? So do it once thoroughly, then your first revision also you can use your notes, or you can start using the live rapid revision videos and Cortex AI golden points. Okay.
Then a lot of people ask me, sir, I'm giving a drop attempt. I've already studied maybe from any resource. Abhi मैं क्या करूं? Then app TND will be a good idea because you feel that you've already studied. App TND will be a good idea because it gives you the content in form of back to basics. It gives you live TND, both NEET PG pattern as well as INICET pattern TNDs, online test series, DQB, all revision courses are there in the app TND. So this is your checklist for your TND. Try to understand better. Have you attended your TND live? Yes. Both NEET PG
And
and INICET? Yes. Have you revised your notes? Yes. Have you seen any mistakes? Yes. This is how you will
okay,
do it.
Dr. Sumer, I just want to add something. As Sir has written TND checklist, for all our app live and regular batch students, we can make it a class test checklist as well. Right? So for regular and app live, you have class tests which are mandatory, and you also have a TND in your app live which you should be doing. So now we will be doing full one life cycle of TND in the app live course, which means all regular batch face-to-face students and all ultimate app live students will have access to this fast track TND within your app live course. Okay.
So Fast Track TND now has been included as a part of subscription for app live and face-to-face students. So this is what you need to further build up. You need to do one small step every day. You need to do some daily MCQ discipline. One will be you will attempt the daily quiz on the app every day. You will do the case of the day on the app every day. Doing these will give you a lot of questions anyhow. And you will do from your DQB 50 MCQs every day of the ongoing subject in your DAMS classes. Like suppose your ENT is going on, you will do ENT MCQs, your gynae is going on, then you will do your gynae MCQs. Ongoing subjects, 50 MCQs every day, and daily quiz every day, case of the day every day. This has to be the discipline. And this is, I just wanted you to see a monthly checklist that you will have. So I just want you to all look at it. Deepti, this is how they will do. So you will write the number of questions in the morning that I have done. Week 1, day 1. So suppose you did 35 questions, you write 35. Then, okay, 40, 50, 50, 51, 49, 20. Okay, this, okay. So like this, you will make a cycle every day. Target is 50, but you will write it down in
अच्छा
this book.
Dr. Sumer, फटाफट दो queries. We have already shared a 90-day schedule for INICET, and उसमें मैंने आपको week wise subject distribution दिया है. So since a lot of people have been asking me, yes, we will be starting the Transform series based on the same schedule that I have given you for the 90-day schedule that I have given you for NESET, right? So I will follow the same schedule for your Transform 10x mini test. Okay.
Okay, इस तरह के ना in the diary I've given you multiple month calendar. आप इसको use कर सकते हैं for your different months and fill up your daily MCQ discipline on this. But then you have to promise that you will eat the frog in the morning itself. So what is the frog? Anything that you don't like. You don't like doing MCQs. Okay, you will do it in the morning and you will sign here. I promise that I will do my daily MCQs every day in the morning. Okay. So this is one promise that you need to make. Then I have made a checklist for your DQB also, that suppose I have finished my anatomy DAMS question bank. रोज 50 करते करते anatomy खत्म हो गया, you will put a tick. I would prefer if you take my checklist and put it in your room in your thumbpin board. It will change your career, it will change your rank massively. ऑफ्था हो गया तो ऑफ्था पे टिक मार देंगे, रेडी हो गया तो रेडियोलॉजी तो होना ही चाहिए, टिक मारना है.
अच्छा मेरी बात सुनो, हमें ना लेकिन आपने देखो सर ने कैसे शुरुआत कराया, सर ने पहले आपको डीक्यूबी पूरा नहीं लिखवाया, सर ने बोला पहले हैबिट फॉर्म करो. सो यू हैव टू स्टार्ट स्मॉल, स्टार्ट मेकिंग अ हैबिट, देन डेवलप कंसिस्टेंसी. ये खत्म तो अपने आप हो जाएगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट फिनिशिंग, राइट? योर गोल शुड बी हैबिट एंड कंसिस्टेंसी. ओके.
So in the DAMS question bank, you get video solutions for your questions. The idea behind video solutions is they give you audio visual memory, and we have a unique method of our answers. All answers are given like this. A is the answer Y, B is not the answer Y, C is not the answer Y, D is not the answer Y. This is the only question bank where we use this approach. In India, others are creating content libraries where they are writing full pages of 5 pages, 10 pages of explanations, where, that sometimes feels like, you don't know where is the Sanjeevani booty and you're getting the entire pahad. Every question has only this. Why A is the answer, why B is not the answer, why C is not the answer, why D is not the answer. Plus there is a teacher telling you to reinforce your audio visual memory. If there is a conceptual mistake that you are making, please bookmark. Ratio should be 5 to 10 bookmarks should be created every day if you do 50 questions. अगर 50 में से 40 bookmark कर दिए तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. I need to do a maximum of 10 bookmarks, minimum of 5 bookmarks every day. Okay, so this is how the question bank would look like. You will have a question, answer, and a video solution there, which will explain to you then and there only. And
कुछ भी जरूरी नहीं है बेटा. We are telling you what are the different ways you can do the question practice. You can use a CT also, you can use an SWT paper also, you can use a TND paper also. They all come with video discussions. राइट मगर कई बार क्या होता है ना, हम एक चीज हमें पता लग गई कि यार मेरा पीसीओएस का टॉपिक वीक है, तो ऐसा मन करता है कि उसके थोड़े से क्वेश्चन और देख लेते हैं कि क्यू बैंक में भी और क्या दिए हैं. सो यू शुड हैव एन आइडिया ऑन हाउ टू यूटिलाइज इट. ठीक है.
Okay, and we all need to know our examiner, so we should never ignore PYQs. मेरा कोई भी बच्चा बिना PYQ किए नहीं जाएगा पेपर देने बेटा. So after you have done your NEET PG PYQ, tick mark. INICET PYQs from the DAMS question bank, tick mark. FMG done, tick. UPSC done, yes. Old AIMS PYQ done, tick. So after doing it, you need to put a tick mark. And then we have a 4 level of tests in the paper. Class test, separate papers are available for NEET PG and FMG aspirants. Subject-wise test for revision, grant test, and mock test. My suggestion is that you will do a promise to us and say, I will not wait for perfection. I will only learn by making mistakes. If you agree, type in the comment, I agree. And then you sign here. You sign here that I will not wait for perfection. आज से शुरू करूंगा. You will give your test as soon as the teachers are going to tell you. So I have made a checklist for your class tests. These are given in your app as CT NEET PG, and there's a separate section for FMG aspirant CT FMG. As Dr. Deepti told you, they come with video solutions. After giving your test, you need to put a tick mark. After giving your test, you need to put a check mark. This is the checklist that I want you to have. And the promise is all the students who are attending the DAMS classes either face-to-face or on the Back to Basics or app live, within 7 days of a teacher saying that the class is over, you will finish your class test. This is the promise. You agree?
We are giving you a week's time. ठीक है?
And Dr. Deepti, tell them if they promise breaker, what will happen to them?
Well, I can't say promise breaker is a shoemaker. We have grown from that. But now I will say gentlemen and beautiful women, all of them are going to keep their promises. Okay?
So it
Because
took me,
promises make a man, right?
it took us, a lot of hours to make this diary for you, but we believe this is the game changer because this is me and Dr. Deepti telling you what to be done. There is a checklist for your revision tests called SWT. ठीक है? करने के बाद टिक मारना है. करने के बाद tick tick tick. Every time you give SWT and all of them they come with video solutions. So there is no question of any doubt remaining unanswered on the DAMS app. Every test comes with video solutions. Now
हाँ,
I
डांट
wanted
भी
you.
पिटेगी whenever required. डांट भी पिटेगी, ऐसे थोड़ी होगा कि डांट नहीं पिटेगी, so वो भी होगा. There will be everything. You will see all emotions running, from making you getting hurried to sometimes pacifying you, to sometimes scolding you, to sometimes, poking you. So everything will happen.
Okay, so my suggestion is initial part of your paper, you start giving a GT monthly. So you will write the GT, maybe suppose I'm writing GT 50 and the date here, and you can give it monthly. In the final 3 months, you will start every 15 days. Final month, you will do every 7 days. Final 15 days, you will do every 3 days. This should be your GT frequency. You will write your dates and your GT number in this checklist. This is how the DAMS GT would look like on your online test series. If you have not seen it so far, you will have every month one GT is added. Every month we add one more GT. If you're not aware of it, please start doing it. Okay, beta. Please
And
start
I'm
doing it.
going to, as I promised, I will also be adding new mock test papers in INICET. There are already 11 mock test papers in INICET. I will be adding more for you. Okay?
Okay. And also you need to compare and see your progress on the app by seeing how you are performing as compared to, suppose this is my rank, this is the topper, what is his score, what is my score, and there's a cumulative ranking going on in the app itself. You will now promise us that you will use the video solutions of your class test SWTGTs for your mistakes so that your auditory memory is built up and I will not make the same mistakes again.
Yes.
This is
Very,
a very
very
powerful
essential.
line. Very powerful. Do you agree?
I know it is a time consuming process, but this is where I would say it's not time consuming, it is a investment. It is going to give you
Yes.
returns. So it's not just consumption, it is an investment. There is a difference. Okay?
Okay. And then what we have done is I have made a checklist for CBT also. Every year we do maybe 5 CBT, sometimes even 6 CBT if the exam is delayed on different patterns. So there is NEET PG CBT happening, FMG CBT happening, INICET CBT happening. If I was in your place, I would give them all. I would give them all because they happen in the exam environment, simulated environment, just like this. So you go to the exam center and you give the paper like this. This tells you that I will not be anxious in the real exam. You have seen. और मैं आई एम वेरी प्राउड फॉर लास्ट 26 years डैम्स की सीबीटी से बेहतर एग्जाम का एनवायरनमेंट भी और एग्जाम का पैटर्न भी कोई प्रिडिक्ट नहीं करता. वी आर द गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड्स. बाकी लोग सिर्फ बोलने में होंगे. आपने अगर एग्जाम दिया होगा यू विल नो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन सीबीटी से नीट पीजी के अंदर आते हैं डायरेक्ट बिकॉज वी आर एबल टू सिमुलेट द डिफिकल्टी लेवल. And this is how
Yes,
you register.
yes. Just in case you can't reach out to a center, I would still suggest please give it. Maybe on the app, but give it because the not just the environment, वो तो बहुत important है ही है. As we said, they are the closest in terms of difficulty level simulation and topic simulation. Okay.
So this is how whenever you click on CBT button, you will see like this. So next CBT upcoming is 29th October. Last date is 20th October. It is based on INICET pattern. So this is how you can register for a CBT. And when you click on buy now, the money will not be deducted. Don't panic. You will see the cities. We do it in maximum number of cities across the country. If you see a city nearby you, you can build up. Now you need to know what are the right courses for your revision. For NEET PG, 3 months before the exam, we will start with LRR and then around then DVT. This will be the pattern that we will use for NEET PG. For INICET, we will revise with Mission INICET,
Plus
FMG,
DVT. Dr.
DFS.
Sumer, NEET में DVT is also required.
Yes.
It has a high hit rate even in NEET because the pattern of NEET has changed. They're asking a lot of tiniest details about a topic which you will see they are all covered in DVT. So you should add it in the final phase even for your INICET exams. Okay.
And for FMG exam, I would strongly recommend that you go through the DFX, which is the NAM's
Absolutely.
FMG.
DFX is bad, just like DVT, DFX had a major hit rate in the exam. So yes, it is a must do.
So do we have a good strike rate in the real exam from these core revision resources? A
We
massive
do,
strike
we
rate. We have
do.
massive strike rate. एक बार के हर बार that tells you the consistency of our academic process. एक बार आता ना तो मतलब एक बार तो किसी का भी चल सकता है. डैम्स 26 साल से कैसे जीत पा रहा है? Because we are working very hard to analyze the patterns, and that is why I am very sure that these revision courses like Mission INICET, DVT, PYQ Kebab, INICET pattern, PYQ Kebab, NEET PG and FMG pattern will help you a lot. So where to find them? When you click on the revision courses on your app, you will find these revision courses. Many students ask us that what are the extra things that an INICET aspirant should do? So in your app TND, there is a separate cycle called as INICET TND. This is primarily INICET based questions. In your revision course Mission INICET, in your online test series INICET mock test, INICBT, INIPYQs. These are the extra edge things which are given in your app for INICET preparation. So I hope
Uh,
you know that answers.
okay, PYQ ka BAP is again in the last lap. So in the early part of your study, we are asking you to solve PYQs by yourself from the DQB. And in the last lap, we do PYQ ka BAP with the faculty. So, PYQ ka BAP is something that you should add to DBT towards the last lap.
Okay. And then a lot of students, they ask us, sir, what should we do on the exam day? If it is a direct question, go with your first
First
instinct.
instinct. Absolutely.
Don't overthink. If it is indirect question, you will go with elimination. So you don't guess on indirect questions. You use the method of elimination. If it is a direct question, you don't overthink. You go with your first instinct. You need to learn the art of time management by appearing for as many GTs as possible. Make sure that you appear for as many CBTs as possible, so that I have seen many times many children who are intelligent, but they are not able to manage their paper well. इस बार भी मैंने देखा कुछ बच्चे पहले ब्लॉक में फंस गए. So you need to know the art of time management. So don't
Yes.
ignore this slide. This is very important reminder from me and Dr. Deepti. Time management बहुत जरूरी है. So what is it that the toppers do extra? Toppers, they rise to the occasion. The best exam that the topper gives is the real exam. ऐसा नहीं होता जीटी से, जैसा नहीं जीटी से अच्छा करके आता है. They rule out aggressively. They mark more aggressively. So this is a reminder that we have written in the diary for your later on, that you will go with aggression in the paper. And this
Yes.
is where you will write.
Yes, and we want you to write it in advance, not after giving the paper. This is something that you will write in advance so that you are able to see yourself as a winner and you work towards it like a winner, right? So this has to be written soon enough, right? So that you have ample time to make it happen, okay?
And whenever you feel negative, this is where you will write your blessings. Dr. Deepti.
Yes, it's very important to be grateful. You already have enough. Sometimes we forget what all we have. We are always counting on what we don't have. Okay? So stop counting what you don't have. Start counting what you have, and you will realize that you're already blessed in so many ways. So we need to be grateful for what we have. And believe me, grateful minds or a grateful heart will always receive much more. Okay? So you will always get more.
Then there is a reminder that everything that happens according to his plan, and his plan is always more powerful than my wishes. So once you have this perspective कि सब अच्छा होने के लिए ही हो रहा है, you will be able to work harder. And then secondly, you will look at every exam as an opportunity to go to the next level, not as a problem. This is perspective. How you look at things. Do you look at exam as an opportunity or a problem will be the game changer for you here onwards.
Absolutely, yes.
And at the end of the workbook, before you throw away your workbook that we have created, just to remind you, नीट पीजी के बाद भी आप डैम्स के साथ रहोगे, क्योंकि हमारे पास कोर्सेज यूएसएमएलई के भी हैं, प्लैब के भी हैं. We have the most highest number of resident courses in the country. We are soon going to be starting a CME for our students to make sure that they are always updated in their medical science, and we have also simulation labs for ACLS, BCLS training. We will keep in touch with you. This is our promise. Every day, other than the weekends, every day, 10 a.m. in the morning, on the app itself, on the doctor's lounge, as well as on YouTube. Dr. Deepti, do we agree?
Yes, we will. We will definitely try and be there on most of the days, right? And the purpose is to hear you out. The purpose is to stay connected. The purpose is to keep nudging you to the right path if we feel you're getting deviated. And, together it's going to be a beautiful journey for sure.
And we have also given in this workbook some Telegram channels, because many times students miss out on important DAMS announcements and important videos. There is an official DAMS Telegram channel. We will also share it with you in the comment section. This is my Telegram channel. This is Dr. Deepti's very famous Telegram channel. I think Dr. Deepti is the most famous educator on the Telegram now.
Oh
With
God.
her hard work, we can all see. Many times if me and Krish, my son, we are not able to find Dr. Deepti anywhere in the house, she is usually answering doubts on Telegram. So मेरा बेटा भी बोलेगा मम्मी लगता है Telegram आंसर कर रही है. So don't miss out on that opportunity. Do connect with us on Instagram. These are the Instagram handles of mine and Dr. Deepti, so that we can stay in touch with you. This is the link for DAM's YouTube channel. You're already there on it. Please subscribe and click on notify. Click on the bell icon for notifications, so that you don't miss out on important videos on the DAM's app. So this is in a nutshell. And when you'll get the print version, it will start with the first page, which will be like this. I am, this will be your name, and I want to be. You will write there, I want to be. This is where you will write where you want to reach. So this is the plan that we created for you together by making a powerful diary called as the Transform Diary, which has helped many students in the past. We tried to put all our thoughts into a diary, and we wanted to give it to you as a gift from our side.
Right. So I think this gives you a good insight onto what your preparation journey should be like. And yes, to ensure that you stick to your journey, we are going to be here with you. But sometimes when we are not, this mentor duo diary is going to be with you, right? So it is there to keep guiding you, also to keep track, and also to give you targets. It does all the three things, right? So it keeps you on track, it gives you targets, and definitely it ensures that you are there with consistency.
So what we'll do is, Diti will make the downloadable PDF of this diary available on the app immediately. On the
Yeah.
DAMS app, we'll make it unlocked for everyone.
We'll tell
And
you
we'll
where
also
we are
make
going
a
to put it.
And we'll also make a print version for anybody who wants to purchase a print version. We'll create a print version also and put it on the Medimart in the coming 2 days. That is our promise. So, what I have believed is कि अपने को सबको पता है कि क्या करना है, लेकिन in the run of things we forget. If somebody is with us in our pocket जो बता रहा है कि क्या करना है, it is a game changer. And we thought, हम तुझे रोज बता रहे हैं फिर भी तू भूल जाता है. So why can we do something to reach into your pocket? Can we give you a diary जो तेरे हाथ में रहे? And this is our attempt. We worked very hard to create this. We discussed a lot, and I thought if we can give it to you, it will, like, इसके बाद ना तुझे कोई बताने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You have everything in front of you. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your promises, what you want to do, your checklist. We put in everything for you.
Absolutely, yes. So hopefully we are going to be with you live as well as in the format of the diary, which is going to be there for you, right?
So I see more query is if you're a college topper, if you're rank 1, 2, and
Oh,
3 in your college, there is a
really
DAMS
sweet,
program.
Ashwarya. Thank you for making that. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
So Aishwarya is saying gold means gynae ops learning with Dr. Deepti. It's very interesting.
Coming from students, it just like, you look out कि हम आपका नाम बोलेंगे, हम भी, we are equally grateful and we feel very, very, deeply motivated when you call us out. And it is one of the reasons we persist, we try and improve, we commit, and we ensure that we fulfill our commitments as well, right?
So we have also started a special program for the college toppers. If you're ranked 1, 2, 3 in your college, there's a special program for which we will put a link for the Google Forms in the comment section of today's video, so that whenever you see this, you can just click on that comment section and fill up the form with the relevant detail, and the counselors will get back to you.
Great. So Aishwarya, मेरे को इतना अच्छा लगा. I might just use how she has made the caption. Great. So I hope everyone, we are here. We could solve your queries, and really, Dr. Sumer has been working very hard on making this diary for all of you. He specially spent his Sunday, thinking about it and what we should be giving to our students. So, you have to know that even when we are not with you, we are actually still thinking about you. You're all in our thoughts, and we do tend to challenge ourselves as well. We want to keep improving. We want to give out the best to our students in every format, right? So we are just like you. We are learning, we are improving, and it keeps getting better, right?
Only thing I will tell you is that most people want to do well in life. ज़्यादातर लोग करना चाहते हैं, मन सबका होता है. But they get scared of the mountain. जब बड़ा सा mountain दिखता है, डर जाते हैं, करते नहीं. But if somebody can break down that mountain into tiny pieces that you
Absolutely,
have to do,
absolutely.
that is what we have done with this diary. It is a checklist. इसके pieces करता जाएगा ना, suddenly you will find it all doable. But you will have to give your 100% trust to us. That is the basic idea behind this checklist is 100% trust.
So,
99% नहीं मांग रहा मैं, 100%.
okay, so you have to understand that everything is process driven. For a very, new example, I am sure you all know that AI is smart. Do you all believe that AI is smart? Very smart. Sometimes, maybe smarter than us. But do you know that there is a whole process by which that AI is made, right? So even behind that smart AI, it's all about the processes, right? And once you have processes in work, the outcome turns out to be great. It turns out to be smart, intelligent, much more easier, and so on and so forth. So all in all, I want to tell you is even something like AI is process driven, right? It learns. It is a process of learning. And you also have to know this, that you all can be smart, you all can be super learners, you all can have better productivity, but it's not magic. It is process. It is process driven. Anyone who cuts down the process, the outcome does not turn out to be the way you want it to be, right? For example, chat GPT हो गया, कुछ भी और हो गया. Why do we take out newer versions? Why? Tell me. वो तो AI था ना, it was supposed to be the best. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's a process. It learns. It gets better. Same holds true for you. If you cut down the process, the outcome may not be what you expect it to be, right? So do not cut down on the process is what I would say. It matters the most. Okay.
So today, we are also proud to share with you that we were the India's first face-to-face classroom. Now we also got the honor to be the India's first app live classes for medical graduates during COVID. We took the plunge towards artificial intelligence with Cortex AI, Myra, and we are building more tools for you. We are coming up with more announcements. We built up a lot of personalization in the app for you. We are the only app in the entire industry where the founders are teachers and doctors, and they are live every day for you on the DAMS Alpha app. So we have not forgotten our roots. We have not forgotten the human touch, but we love technology.
So take care everyone. Have a wonderful day. And yes, from today we will start the target based study. Please start your 90-day strategy. I have also shared the strategy for next year students who might be appearing for May INI 2026 or NEET PG 2026. So start, yes, and develop the consistency and then stick to the journey. Okay. So take care everyone. Have a great day ahead. All the best everyone. Okay.
So we wish you all the best, and it is our pleasure and honor that you gave us this opportunity to talk to you every day. And also, I will just remind you that this workbook can be downloaded from the app itself. I'll put it up and we'll share the link on the or the idea how to download on from the app in the Telegram channel also. And we will make the print copy available from the Medimart also. I believe that we have done a very good job. When I was reviewing the diary, I was very happy with what me and Dr. Deepti could think. And all that we have taught you, we have put it in one diary for you. Wish you all the best, beta.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye. All the best.